Oh, hey everybody. Welcome to the garage. Um, I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row here, and I thought a good way to do it would to use this digital caliper that a company called Hardle sent me to take a look at and do a review. So, yeah, anyway, using this to measure some ducks. But let me show you what they sent me. This is a 0 to 6 inch or 0 to 150 millimeter digital caliper. Out of the box, you can see it comes with the caliper itself, which is actually pretty heavy duty, pretty beefy. It's made out of steel, and it's very, very sharp and precise. It's got a great film layer here that's got all your markings on it if you need to look at the scale. So it's not only digital, but it's got a scale on it as well. It comes with a steel ruler, centimeters and millimeters on one side, inches on the other side. It does come with 2 spare batteries, a screwdriver to access the battery compartment, and actually a spare cover that, in case you lose one, for the batteries. And it's also waterproof. Not that you should really go throw this in the water, but it does come with a waterproof rating, and it comes with this nice plastic case. Looking at the caliper itself, first, obviously the on-off button works just like that, but if it's off and you move the head, it automatically turns on. Now you can see, well, for a second there it showed not quite 0, but you can zero it with that 0 button. So let's say you've got a pen, I don't know, and you want to see what something is relative to that rating, that marking. You can 0 it out right there and then set something else in there, like say this ruler, and you can measure. So this is 3.130 inches smaller than the diameter of that pen. As far as moving the head, you can use this thumb wheel. If it's just loose, it doesn't grab onto the shaft here, but if you push it up, you can use it to pull it back, move it forward, and then of course you can just do it with your fingers as well. You can lock it in place with this knob at the top, and of course you can change the measurements. You can do it in inches, so decimal inches. You can do it in fractions of an inch, so there's 47, 1/28, etc. So that is really handy if you're trying to measure something, if you're going to use a drill or screw sizes or something like that. Really handy if you need fractions. And then, of course, you can do it in decimal millimeters. So as far as resolution goes, you can see it goes out to 2 decimal places when it comes to millimeters, out to 4 decimal places when it comes to inches, and then out to 1/28 of an inch when it comes to fractions. So when it comes to accuracy, it's stated on the box that it's accurate to 0.02 millimeters or 0.001 inch. I can try to give it a test by, I've got a pen here, and I'll measure it first with the caliper, and I get 0.3975 inch. All right, so now I will measure it with my micrometers from 1956 and see how that comes out. And it measures in at 0.397 as well. So I think if you trust the accuracy of my micrometer and you trust it matches the caliper on that accuracy. So I think that's pretty darn accurate caliper. So what can you use this thing for? So we've kind of been measuring ducks and pens, and now I can measure the thickness of this box. That's 33 1/28 of an inch. I can measure the outside width of the box to an 89 1/28. It's kind of not all that helpful to me, so we'll switch it over to inches. About 2.7 inches. So what about the inside width? Well, I can do that as well. Just flip the tool over and use it like that, and you can see that it is 2.194 inches across on the inside width. So what if I want to measure the depth of the box? I can do that too. Just set it on the ledge like that, and I can put it down. You can see the little, I guess, stick, I'll call it, at the end goes down. Let that hit the bottom, and that is 0.952 inches in depth. So what about a case where you have like this box on the cooler freezer top here, but you can't just pick the box up and measure it, so it's firmly attached, and you want to measure the height of that step? Well, you can do that as well. The back side of this caliper, you take the flat face and you put that on the top of the step, and then you put the flat face of this jaw on the other side of the surface. So let me show you how to do it. So you just extend one jaw so it's against the surface where the bottom of the step is, and then you can see that the back side, this jaw, is flush up against the top of the box. So that gives us our measurement, and we can take a look, and it is 0.9285, so about 0.93 inches is the height of this box. And finally, of course, if you don't want to look at the readout or your battery's dead or something like that, you can, of course, do all of this by looking at the scale directly printed onto the tool. So this tool is really versatile. It's got different ways to use it. It's pretty accurate, well, really accurate. You can read it digitally, millimeters, inches, and fractions. You can zero it anywhere in its travel. So I think it's a really versatile tool. Works really well. I'm happy to have this in my toolbox. I'll be able to use this a lot in all my projects because sometimes we're doing stuff with different hoses. We need to measure how big the hoses are. Sometimes we need to measure how deep or how wide a hole is, what size drill bit should we use. And now this is a really simple way, and it's also a really inexpensive way to get a good tool to help you measure everything, especially all those round things, drill bits, holes, depths of holes, and all those things. All right, I have got my flock of ducks all in a row now, thanks to Hardle sending me this digital calipers that you will see in future videos. I look forward to having it in my toolbox. It's going to be a great asset for me. If you're interested in the tool, either the 6-inch version, they've also got an 8-inch and a 12-inch version. There's a link to the tool in the video description, up here in the video, and then down in the comments as well. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you find it interesting or the content that's coming. I'm sure it'll have some interest for you as well. And until that next video, y'all take care and have a good one.